Alright. It's very laggy because we're using G-Hub. Fucking G-Hub. Fucking G-Hub. What a bitch, man. This thing. Yeah, the lag is horrible. Fucking C922. Maybe I downloaded the shit wrong. And I've just been using it incorrectly for the last 3 years. I don't know. Anyway, I really apologize for the lag, but I know the audio is on point, so we're gonna continue. As Ron Swanson will say, we will continue this project until it's seen done. Yeah. Bro, so a fucking epiphany today. I was hanging out with one of my friends, one of my older friends, who I previously would kind of consider not in my set of friends, but like my sister's set of friends. Just because the 5 to 6 to 7 year age gap. However, as you grow older, it's wild how normal older people and younger people become, and how much they either just start to make sense or start to not make sense, and you realize that you can't comprehend that yet. And so that's a wild concept. And so I was hanging with one of, I would say, one of my mentors, my elders, earlier today. And there was a moment, I feel like we've been becoming more and more like closer friends, like relative friends. Because you could be 20 years old and be best friends with a 40-year-old, or vice versa, man. Like when you work in a commonplace work environment and you're just fucking with a lot of humans, it doesn't matter what the age is. You're just fucking with the person at that point. And so again, always I personally have always felt I've never been on that level until now. And the fact that I'm on that level, I'm like starting to interact with these people. I've seen it before, but I've never like been in it before. And just to pretty much just be like, yeah, man, bro, I got high as fuck, not gonna lie. I paused it and I was trying to remember what I was saying. The whole point is that, like, man, wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Basically, the whole point was being the point was the feeling of being perceived and recognized as like a real life ass fucking adult, bro. You're a kid until you yourself decide that you're not a kid and you're an adult and you're dealing with like adult level shit, bro. Otherwise, you're gonna keep feeling like you're a fucking kid. And we're all out here. Once you are no longer a kid, some people are privileged as fuck and some aren't. And it's wild. It's fucking wild. And one of the funny things is that, related to original, the delay between generations. So my sister, she's 5 years older than me, and all of her friends obviously are going to be in the +3 to +7 year range than I am, since she's herself is +5. And again, I always thought that was like a bad thing, man. Not being able to understand what they were understanding, but I just wasn't patient enough. You're supposed to feel like a kid. You're supposed to have your entire teenagerhood or whatever the fuck that shit is. You're supposed to fuck up and make all those weird ass mistakes, and then you're supposed to weirdly fucking awkwardly enter into adulthood, unless you're one of the people that just get it, but most really don't, you know. So yeah, it was dope, and specifically when me and my friend were hanging out today, I mentioned my anxiety, and he didn't even know that I had anxiety, and I was like, what? Like what? Like what? And he's like, yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, you know, like, I mean, like, I thought you were like anxious and stuff sometimes, but like, I didn't know you have it. And I was like, yeah, no, I mean, did you know, bro, when I was like a teenager, like, I heard voices, bro. And he's like, what? And then I just kind of started explaining like everything that is kind of like main points of what has happened to me throughout my life. And he was just like astounded, and I was surprised just as he was at what had happened to me. I was just as surprised as like the fact that he never knew, and that made me realize and reframe my entire perspective of how I'm observing my life right now, because I'm going around thinking that everybody knows all of my traumas and all of my struggles, that they know that that somebody at some point has told them these things, or that they at some point have assumed or understood these things, and they just know. And knowing somebody as close as him, the fact that he never knew, because I never told him, because nobody ever told him, because it's personal, it's mine. Why would it be public knowledge? It wouldn't. And then being able to finally express it myself and to tell him personally on my own volition and choice, then realizing that essentially nobody else really knows what the fuck I'm experiencing. And this applies to all of you that are watching this video. Nobody knows what the fuck you're feeling. You are the singular person. You are the singular entity that feels what you feel. And nobody's ever gonna know that unless you tell them. Nobody ever knows your fucking secrets. Nobody ever knows what's in your fucking head unless you tell them. And that can be so effective or ineffective depending on how you use it. And I guess that's the main summary for this video. So, like, subscribe, share, fucking comment, man. Peace.